and our health and our lifestyle. We've taken a couple of weeks to talk about diseases, sicknesses, and all of that, and it gets more interesting by every Thursday that passes by. And I just keep looking forward to the next Thursday to know what to eat and what not to eat, and what more I can learn about my food, my diet, and my health. So, welcome to the program. It's Diet and Health on Memory Thon 6.5 FM. Thank you so much for staying tuned. My name is Sharon Mandor, and of course, I'm here with Dr. Itoro Paul, the CEO and founder of Diet and Health Foundation. Good evening to you, Dr. Itoro.
Good evening, Mando. How are you?
I'm doing good. Well, after all the scolding from off the air, I think I'm trying to, process everything you just said.
How did you see the rain last night?
Yeah, it was cold. It was different
Oh
from
my
other
God!
days.
It was God.
With all the heat.
It
Well,
was
thank God.
the rain made the farmers glad
I was happy. I slept like a baby.
I could see the excitement in the faces of the farmers, including us. But the farmers were more happier because of the rain.
And I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
All right, so I know that we're talking about something really, really, really interesting today. Let me spill it before we go into that. We're talking about why people get sick, because I know for weeks we'll be talking about different sicknesses,
Yes.
the old people sickness,
Yes.
cardiovascular diseases, and all of that. And people really like to know, why are we even getting to this point in the first place?
Where we're sick.
Well, exactly. So before we get into that, I'd just like to know more about diet and health.
Okay, diet and health is just here to educate us. We're here to educate the public because it looks like the public, keeps on doing, the wrong thing from time to time, even when we have, corrected, educated, and then do everything we can to let the right thing be done. But the people keep on doing the wrong thing. So that's why diet and health is here. Diet and health is here to help you, teach you how best you can eat your food. Because we've come to understand now that food is medicine. And if food is medicine, how best can we eat this food to actually serve as medicine? Okay? Now, many questions are answered on daily basis is, how is food medicine? Do you mean if I eat gari is medicine? If I eat beans is medicine? If I eat rice is medicine? And I told them every food that God has given to us, there's a way you eat it and it serves as medicine. There's also a way you eat it and it serves as poison. So it's either you eat poison in food or you eat medicine in food. That is what diet and health is here to help you. So diet and health is here to teach you preventive care. Preventive care, how you can prevent one sickness or the other. Because you see, like we're about to talk about why do people get sick today, many people never knew that they can actually prevent the degenerative conditions. Because they feel that, they are at the mercy of sickness. Anytime you come, you just take it as a will of God that anybody can get sick. No, you can prevent one sickness or the other. You can prevent it, kidney failure. You can prevent, prostate problem. You can prevent, even though we are told that prostate can always happen to men, but you can prevent it as long as you have working with the awareness that this thing can happen to every man. So every man needs to be aware that there's a way you can live your life and you prevent prostate problem. You can prevent diabetes. Yes, you can prevent hypertension. You can prevent ulcer. In fact, all sicknesses can be prevented, of course. And then when we talk about elderly people's sickness, as we've been talking about in the past few weeks, you can also prevent elderly people's sickness. The sickness they say, old people, they sick this one, you can prevent it even at your old age. That is why diet and health is here. Diet and health is here to teach you the ABC of proactive methodology, how you can actually prevent one sickness or the other. And besides, we also do seminars. If you invite us to your church, invite us to your corporate organization, you invite us to talk to your staff, invite us to anywhere, for conference and workshop, we are ready. We'll give you the best and we'll help you to reduce what we call medical overhead. So that's why diet and health is here. So you can find us at number 4 Udememozi Street off Vision Road, Sokara 4 to you. But you can also call us on the number 090-6820-5671. 09068205671. We can also help you if you've been in any condition, like I told you, any of those health conditions that you've been on drugs for quite a long time. You have been on drugs for maybe 1, 2, 3 years, and they say, take your drugs, so take your drugs. So we can help you reduce the intake of drug and ultimately stop the drugs with food. So just find a way and reach to Diet and Health Office. We'll sit down and discuss with you how we're going to go about this, and before long you'll be happy.
There's something you've been saying for the past 2 weeks now,
Yes.
and I like that particular line, and it has, stuck with me, and I'd like, more awareness on that line, and that is, sickness is not the
Indispensable problem of aging.
Exactly.
You must be old,
Exactly.
but not must be sick.
In other words, yeah, you can, it's not compulsory for you to have what your forefathers
No,
had.
it's not possible.
Thank you.
Some people say that sickness is because it's in our genetic makeup. But I tell people, I say, no. If you change the lifestyle that your father lived, your mother lived, if your father died with diabetes, hypertension, stroke, you may not have it at all until you die, because you have decided to change your lifestyle. So it is not the indispensable problem of aging. And that I also tell people that genetic or gene is a loaded gun. It is food and lifestyle that pull the trigger.
Deep.
Gene is a loaded gun. It is the food and lifestyle that pull the trigger. So
Break that down.
you can overcome genetic predisposition if you change your lifestyle. As simple as that. You can overcome genetic predisposition. That everybody in your genetic makeup must seek diabetes, must seek hypertension. No, I disagree with that. The moment you change your lifestyle and you are conscious that, I must not eat this, I must not do this, man, all your sisters may seek the sickness, your brothers may seek the sickness, you will not seek it, because you have deliberately decided to through the other path.
That makes a lot of sense, because most of these big illnesses are actually caused by, poor lifestyle. That's the thing. When you get to see things like diabetes and hypertension and all of that, you get to realize that no, it's not from the village, or it's not from. It's really just your lifestyle, what you're taking in. Yes. Okay, so I feel like we have already delved a little bit into the topic.
Yes, we have.
But let's get to know, what are some of the reasons that people fall ill?
Okay, the reason I'm talking about why people get sick. So pay attention. If you like, take your biro, write down, or record what I'm saying, so that tomorrow you sit back and then you listen to it over and over and over again. It will guide you. People ruin their lives by their own stupidity. So why does God get blamed? You can't blame God. And why is this thing happening to me? People ruin their lives by their own stupidity, so God must not be blamed. Now, the foolishness of man perverted his way, and his heart fretted against the Lord. I can quote the Bible from the book of Proverbs 19 verse 3. That's what it says. It said, the foolishness of man perverted his way, and his heart fretted against the Lord. So people just do things in their own way. So whatever consequences that come is not God's problem. Okay? Now, another one is this. Many people consider sickness as something that is inflicted upon them. That's the way we have been thinking. Everybody must be thinking, or may have been thinking, that whenever they get sick, it is the enemy. Sometimes they could suspect their neighbor, suspect their colleague, suspect somebody in the market selling with them.
That doesn't want your product.
So many people consider sickness as something that is inflicted upon them, something which they are powerless to prevent. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. When you become ill, it is simply a sign that you have not been living the way God intended you to live. The moment you get sick, just note that you have not been living the way God intended you to live. So let me come back to the question, why do people get sick? Now, when we talk about sickness is brought about by infection or pathogens. Okay? Infection with A pathogen does not necessarily lead to disease. Infection occurs when viruses, bacteria, or other microbes enter your body and begin to multiply. Disease occurs when cells in your body are damaged as a result of infection, and signs and symptoms of all illness appear. Okay? So pathogens, that is any organism that can produce disease. That's what we call pathogen. Any organism that can produce disease. So when this pathogen enter your body, or when the microbes enter your body and begin to multiply, and then it will create a disease condition in your body system. Take note of that one. Now, many of the symptoms that make a person suffer during an infection, like fever, malaise, headache, rash, result from the activities of the immune system trying to eliminate the infection from the body. Are you there? Good. Have you noticed that whenever somebody goes for immunization, it could be a child, it could be a mother, it could be a pregnant woman, it could be... Okay, look at that time when people were going for immunization against COVID-19. They came back and became sick. Some people came back and even almost died. Why? Because you have taken immunity against one sickness that perhaps did not come. And then that injection they gave you now, the immune system sees it as an attack to the body. So there's an ongoing cellular fight.
Oh.
Okay. That's a serious issue now.
Okay, go on.
All right. So the moment you take immunization.
Sorry. I'm trying to understand what you just
what I said.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Now, you give out immunization to
Yes.
somebody that originally did
not have any problem.
That
You say so that when this thing comes, that it will be able to protect the person from being attacked.
Yes.
Then your body's immunity now begins to fight that thing you have injected into the person.
So the reaction, that illness in quotes that the person had,
is a reaction. The fight between the
immune system,
between the vaccine and the internal immune system.
Okay.
That's what happens there.
Okay.
So that creates a kind of condition I never knew what happened. So some people that, like the elderly people who couldn't stand it, sometimes die from that problem. But that doesn't mean that, vaccine or immunization is not good.
Okay, because that was my next question.
No, it's good. It's very good. So we can take it. Now, immune system breakdown. Why people get sick? You see, when you see a number of people today sick malaria, typhoid, you see, I see them on daily basis. Every month, doctor, what do I do now? Every month, this malaria and all of that. The very reason why people suffer malaria on regular basis is poor immune system or immune system breakdown. Because the immune system is supposed to serve as a soldier of the body. Okay? Now, whenever your immune system breaks down, one of the things you are going to experience is, number one, cold. Okay? You could also have tummy troubles, that is stomach problems. You could also have sometimes you have wound and the wound is slow to heal. Another one is you could have frequent infection. And then you also have tiredness. From time to time you feel tired. You do a little thing, you get tired. These are just simple signs of immune system breakdown. Okay? That is to tell you that your immune system is not effective. So if a serious virus or serious bacteria attacks your body system, there will be a serious problem. All right.
So some of these symptoms are actually similar to symptoms of illnesses like malaria and typhoid. I'm going to say typhoid in quotes because I hear that the typhoid that they tell us in the hospital is not the same. It is not the actual typhoid.
Yes, it's not the actual typhoid.
Okay, so some of these.
In fact, typhoid is a very serious virus. Very serious virus.
Before I don't, let's just stick to that typhoid a little now. Why is it now called typhoid when why are we told it's typhoid when it's not typhoid?
No, we're not going to talk about that today. Let's dwell on what we have actually.
So it'll be a topic for another
Yes,
day.
we'll talk about it another day.
Okay,
Yes.
no problem. Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we return, we're going to be talking more about why we fall ill.
Sick, yes.
Now, Dr. Ettore Paul has mentioned a couple of reasons like poor immune system, lifestyle, diet. But it begs the question now, Dr. Ettore, what kind of lifestyle should we avoid?
Okay, when it comes to lifestyle, because we're trying to look at how we can avoid sickness here. So if definitely, let me begin with myself. Many years ago, I used to be very, very sick. Very, very, very sick. I could have what they call malaria almost 2 times in a month. That time was the time there's this drug they used to call Hafan, very expensive malaria drug. My own was that bad that I must go for that one. But even at that, it didn't help me. It was that bad. It was that bad that always, there is no time I actually enjoy good health. Okay, so this so-called malaria and typhoid bedeviled my entire system. And so, but I have overcome it for more than 13 years ago. Yes, I have overcome malaria for more than 13 years ago. So people will tell you it's because of your blood group. And I say no. Now, I shared a testimony with people. 2017, I was in Nembe. Nembe is in Rivers State. I had an assignment that I had to spend some time there. I checked into a hotel that actually was, first infested with mosquitoes. It was that bad that even after you flee the hotel room and leave there, come back, you still see these mosquitoes. So I was beating ancient and modern. Good. Now, do you know the amazing thing is that after being bitten by all these mosquitoes, unlike the past, I wasn't falling sick. I never at all felt sick. So, and I say, wow, see me, after being in this mosquito, in this hostile environment and all of that, I never got sick. That was when I now appreciate the work of the immune system. Okay? That was when I now say, okay, so I am encouraged to do what I'm doing, eat the way I'm eating, live the lifestyle I'm living. Because long before now, I have begun to, modify my lifestyle. The lifestyle of what to smoke, what to drink, what to chew, what to eat matter a lot. They account so much to what happened to you. Because sometimes you smoke poison, you drink poison, you chew poison, you eat poison. And I tell people that we use our cutleries to dig our grave. Do you know what it means to use your cutlery to dig your grave? What it means to use cutlery to eat your grave is that what you eat with your spoon, you eat with your fork, and then drink with your glass and all of that might result to one sickness or the other that you'll be dying slowly. So you killed you. You have killed yourself. So lifestyle accounts so much to why we are sick. There are so many lifestyles that we need to avoid. And one of those lifestyles is for those who are smoking, avoid it. For those who are drinking, avoid it. If you want to live a healthy life. We're talking about preventive medicine here, preventive health here. You have to prevent you from getting sick because we're talking about why do people get sick. So that you will not point a hand at the devil, say it's the devil that makes me sick. And then in the end, that hand, you are pointing one hand, the other 4 fingers point to yourself. That is to say, you are the witch and the wizard that make yourself sick. So you need to avoid some of the things you are doing. Lifestyle. And then when it comes to food, we eat what is not right. I know we hear these things every day on radio, but it doesn't appeal to us. But I thank God for a number of persons have given heed to it. It appeals to them and they are changing. A woman came to my office a few days ago, and then he actually was on a mission. The way we fed her, she was amazed. So I was actually the one killing myself. So as I leave here and go back to my house, so I have learned the way I'm going to be eating now. Because we were always pleased when you make sumptuous or kazi soup. You know, akwabun soup is very rich, very, very rich. So attractive that even if you do not want to eat, perceiving the aroma of the soup alone will attract you to go and eat. So when somebody makes up such a soup, we sit down, maybe in the night, the soup is ready at about 9 p.m. And then you settle down with members of your family, eat, and then take a bottle of Coke or take one bottle of beer. You have eaten a nice food and then go to bed. That one alone is enough to cause one sickness or the other. Because eating late is a serious health problem. Eating late will continue to help you add weight, you know. So that is another thing we must avoid. So lifestyle, to a greater extent, accounts to why we get sick. Now, unhealthy diets and lifestyle account for more than 80% of heart disease, 90% of type 2 diabetes, and more than 70% of stroke and colon cancer. Okay? Note, because if somebody didn't tell you this, you will say, I didn't know. I'm now telling you that unhealthy lifestyle, and this unhealthy lifestyle, we say it accounts for 80% heart disease, 90% of type 2 diabetes, and then more than 70% of stroke and colon cancer. So when you say young man now die, you say, they've killed that man. Oh, he just bought a car. The man just bought a car. They won't allow him drive the car. The man just came and started a building project. They won't allow him leave. And the man is just dead. Why now? Oh, the wicked world. The wicked world. They are calling the wicked world. But when this young man was drinking here, was chewing here, was smoking here, was doing all kinds of things because he was enjoying his money, you know, nobody talked to him. Oh. Now that the way he was digging his grave slowly has eventually got to a point where he has to be buried. Now, you will not say it's a wicked people. They are at it again. It is not the wicked people. It is indeed the man that is wicked to himself. That is things we have to avoid. That is why people get sick.
All right, we're completely running out of time, Dr. Itorobo. I'd like to you to give us your parting shots by letting us know how we can find you, how we can call you, how we can reach you.
Now, what we're saying here is that if eventually what you have eaten, what you have drank, what you have, been enjoying result in one sickness or the other, you can reach diet and health. Because diet and health is here to put the record straight. We can, with food, help you, okay? We can help all these conditions we have mentioned so that you can get back your health. You can recover and return your health again. So our number is 09068205671. And our address is number 4 Udememozi Street, off Vision Road, Nsukara Fort, Uyo.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Itorobo. This